As the legend goes, Solana was built upon sacred ground. Blessed pilgrims from a distant land built a radiant city to stand eternally against the shadow. Construction of the city began with what is now known as the Library of Illumination. The first Grand Magister was known to speak about the importance of knowledge, that Solana would not become a grand kingdom without first becoming well educated. For thousands of years, it has thrived under the leadership and guidance of the scholars and wizards, while the Knights and Templars protect its mighty walls. Solana stands for one goal, that one day the light of Sol will radiate throughout the land. Just as Solana is the center of Wrath, the light is the center of what Solana stands for. The light is a radiant energy born of Sol. To summarize, it is knowledge, wisdom, integrity, valor, and loyalty. The light is what guided Solana's founders from the distant land to the shores of Wrath. In Solana, the Order of the Light is to be taken seriously. It's broken into two categories, the Light of Sol and the Hand of Sol. The Light of Sol are the scholars and mages, those who have a connection to magic with a desire to help their fellow man. The Hand of Sol are warriors, dedicated to watching over their people. Solana is a city of rich heritage. The true Solanians, citizens who live within the city walls, are considered to be children of the light. The majority of these have ancestry that dates back to the original founders of Solana. Meanwhile, outside the city walls, surrounded by the golden fields, are villages and towns that are home to those who once lived outside of Sol's guidance, but choose to welcome Sol's light into their hearts. Once an individual has worked towards true illumination, their children may one day be accepted into the city proper, creating a legacy as children of light. The golden city of Solana is framed as a circle. 8 great gates are spaced equally around the city walls with paths that lead through the plazas and into the solarium. As you walk the streets, news, chatter, and the happy rustle and bustle of a city fill the air. Solana is a safe haven, a radiant kingdom. As you approach the center of the city, the solarium, you must pass through a series of beautiful public gardens called the Sylvaries before you reach the massive shining towers that rise above the streets. Almost any plant found in Wrath can be located in the gardens. Restorative herbs, ingredients for spell work, all cultivated by the light of Sol. Once you've stopped and smelled the roses in the Sylvari, you can cast your attention to the solarium. Every street in the city leads directly to it, as it is the center of the Solanian life. At its core, it is a massive amphitheater. It is a space for all Solanians to gather and hear the word of Sol. But from the outside, it is the most majestic structure you have ever seen. Constructed from the finest materials, it stands as a timeless reminder of Sol's glory. It is visible from far beyond the golden fields as its white and gold reflect the sunlight to a beautiful perfection. In the amphitheater, one can clearly hear the words spoken from the ground floor, even at its highest level. Using the magic of Sol, the Grand Magister can address his people. The Grand Magister, the highest-ranking member of the Light of Sol, is aware of a well-guarded secret that lies beneath the solarium, the Signaris, a massive vault guarded by physical defenses and powerful wards that protects the ancient artifacts from falling into the wrong hands. The last major area in the solarium is the Library of Illumination, located at the base of the structure. With a floor constructed of marble, floor-to-ceiling shelves contain thousands of tomes and volumes of books, as well as bound parchments authored by the scholars of Solana. The history of Solana and its people are depicted in great mosaics on the floors, and massive statues of 5 Grand Magisters stand in a semicircle watching over the scholars working on the floors. Individuals travel far and wide to reach the Library of Illumination to research its plethora of written knowledge. Anyone is welcome on the ground floor levels, but the lower levels of the library are only available to members of the Light of Sol. There are over 30,000 scholars in the Light of Sol. They study Aether and the doctrine of Sol while using their light magic to spread blessings of the light. The light record and preserve information and history for future generations, and those who are most knowledgeable join members of the Hand on expeditions and patrols. Some scholars work to protect the city with protective wards and sigils, while others heal the sick and teach the acolytes and seekers of the light. Archons from the light represent specific areas of the city and report to 8 magisters for wisdom. The 8 magisters make up the Grand Council, which keeps the children of Sol moving towards the goal of elevating humanity above the reach of the shadows. The Grand Magister is the embodiment of Sol. Hand-selected and made manifest in physical form, it is their goal to maintain the well-being of Solanians through the blessings of Sol. There have been 5 Grand Magisters, each with their own unique vision from Sol. The Hand of Sol is Solana's order of warriors. They act as defenders, scouting the land for threats, collecting information, and watching over the settlements beyond Solana. 5 ranks fill the Hand: Trainee, Squire, Knight, Lieutenant, and Templar. The Hand travels in parties ranging from 8 to 64 members. Each party is led by a Templar and a Lieutenant and accompanied by a scholar from the light. Most Knights prefer a mixture of chainmail and plate armor, providing strength and mobility. The Templar and Lieutenants have ornate armor with engravings, gold, and designs showing their dedication to Sol. All Knights take great pride in defending and serving the people and the glory of Sol. Templars serve as an example for all Solanians to follow. They are hand-picked by the Magisters and are gifted armor and a unique mask. Rumored within Solana is a secret branch of Sol, neither light nor hand, but somewhere else. These mysterious individuals are often born outside the walls of Solana, serving where the Knights cannot and aiding Solana in whatever form is necessary. The Gemini, whether true or not, have sparked much conversation amongst those who live in the Radiant City. Thank you for joining me as we learn about Solana. Next week we will dive into one of the most gifted and talked about Knights in Solana, Dorinthia. I fall more in love with this game every day as I learn about the lore and look and play with the cards. I hope you will join me in this experience. Subscribe to the channel and share with your friends and in social media groups. Until next time, remember to be kind to those around you.